I want you to know that my husband did not have a job, and the bishop who ordained us said, look, it's pastoral offering season. You're a leader. I expect my offering. That offering was a few $100s, and we had no job. My husband went and hustled that money up and made sure it met the deadline. Cooking, cleaning, washing people running ironing their clothes, keeping their car clean, making sure their clothes are clean, making sure everything they need is ready for church, running 5 city blocks from the church in the middle of summertime in your heels so that you can go get some glasses because the glasses were not perfect for the program at hand, and it wasn't even your job to do it. And immediately after getting the glass, filling them with juice, putting them on the pulpit, jumping right on there and going straight into praise and worship. We don't tolerate lack of excellence because we didn't operate in a lack of excellence. And we are in full-time ministry right now because we helped others stay in full-time ministry.
And can I say one thing?
And we gave our all doing it. With our kids, and all of our kids were small and needed stuff, but the Lord continued to provide because we continue to give. He is faithful to give seed to the sower.
And I'm gonna say this, and in it all, I never forget. I think we were still actually working when the last pastor, he released the word, and Pastor Thomas was there. He released the word to us because all that time, we were serving God, but we had to wait for the prophet to speak the word so we can prosper in it. Even though God intended for it, but nothing was going to happen until the prophet released it on us. And we went there. I think Pastor Thomas was right there. And he said, because of everything that you guys have done, you guys will be a full-time ministry and you won't have to work. He told us this before, but he didn't release it on us. He said, as long as you guys are being faithful, you're going to have a group of people that's going to come and take care of you guys and make sure everything's okay. You won't have to do nothing except the gospel. And my wife and I was like, because, we really heavily believe in, we coming from World Changes, Creflo Dollar and all, I'm like, man, I'm going to get my own businesses. And he said, no, God is going to bless you with a group of people that are going to bless you. They're going to take care of you. They're going to believe in your vision. They're going to believe in you because you served. God's going to put people around you like that. We said, okay. But look, we didn't reject it. We said, okay. We were still working. Got to work. I never forget. I got put off the job. And we had a little business. We had a daycare going. We were doing good. And I was almost thinking the daycare started going down a little bit. And I was just about thinking about going back to work. Pastor Thomas came to me and said, Pastor, he said, as long as I'm here, you'll never have to work another day in your life. I said, he said, you ain't going back to that.
This is the thing. You ain't going back to that job. Many of us get a word from God. I want y'all to understand what I just had a personal revival. I just want y'all to know that. Let me throw that out there. I just had a personal revival. My husband just had a personal revival. We were separate from each other for like a good couple of weeks. We ain't really talk to each other, touch each other, be around each other, nothing. And I wasn't upset with him, and he wasn't upset with me. It was just, it started with a disagreement. I'm putting it out there. It started with a disagreement. But that disagreement caused us to say, you know what, I'm pulling back. And we both pulled back at the same time. And so I pray in the midst of me praying, I prayed for him, but a lot of times I was just working on me. And so he was praying a lot, but most of the time he was working on him. And we were cordial. We weren't mean to each other or anything. It was just we were separate. And then guess what happened? We both had a personal revival. It was just time that we needed to spend with God so that we can grow. And so now that we've had this personal revival, we're revived and we feel good about what we're doing for the Lord. And we feel good about what we're doing in this ministry, because we get discouraged sometimes too. And the reason I'm saying that is because the Lord gave us a word about our living situation. He told us people would take care of us. We're not those type of people that want to use people and so on and so forth. You know, and sometimes I don't want to get myself something, and then God will say, would you buy it for yourself if you made the money? And I say, heck yeah. And he says, well, buy it, because they're supposed to be taking care of you. That doesn't feel good, okay? Because now I'm like, but God, I don't want to use nobody, and I don't want to. You go through these host of emotions. You know what I'm saying? And why I'm saying this is because some of you just need a personal revival. Because the Lord gave you a word, you stepped out on that word, you're operating in faith concerning that word, but now your emotions are going in this rampage because you need a personal revival. That brings us back to the beginning of the message, where we were talking about you being a worshiper, you being a faster and a prayer, being on your face for 3 days and asking God for an answer, and you getting in and getting what you need. Of course I'm tired of praying. I pray almost every single day. I gotta get up and go to that basement 5 in the morning. I'm tired. You need a personal revival. Something to revive you and make you feel good about that prayer. You need a personal revival. Something to make you feel good about your giving. Feel good about your serving. Feel good about what you're doing for the Lord. Because when you get that personal revival, you get reminded of the fact that you're not doing it unto men. You're doing it unto God.